Hi and welcome to customer billing system. So let me show you guys how this works. I'm going to reset the whole process. Now enter right here name, so whatever the name might be. Let's say it's Tony Montana, and address of Montana is 5. Let's say Denton Highway, and the postcode we can say 77TX. Mobile number of Montana, there we go. Email address T Montana. So let's say that is gmail.com. Nationality, let's just make up something. I'm going to say it's from Iran. And date of birth of Montana, prefer not to say. ID of Montana, he's a student, male, is having that and that. What about drinks, which we are charging for? He wants 2 of those. He has a friend, he wants 2 coffees as well, and he loves African drinks. 1 of those, and maybe 1 American. Now click on total. There we go. That's the details of Mr. Montana. So what I'm going to do now is to take you guys straight into Python development environment, and we'll put one of these very advanced and beautiful tutorial together. So let's do that now, guys. Hi and welcome to Python tutorial of customer billing system. I'm going to start by importing the following. That's where I've imported Tkinter. Here I've imported Tkinter with a TTK. Random for randomly generated numbers, and this is for message box. The rest is just for date and time. So the next thing I'm going to do now is, so let me create my class there. So this very class, I will call it customer. There. Then I will now define my function or method. So init, and in there let me say self comma root, close that and enter column there. Now let's say self dot root equals root, and self dot root again dot titles. So that's where I'll enter my own titles. So since it's going to be customer billing system, I might as well just enter that in here. There we go. Right, close that up. And now let's specify the geometry. The geometry in this case is going to be very similar to my own screen resolution, so depend on your own screen resolution. So I'm going to say geometry, and let's make that 1350 by 750 plus 0 plus 0. That means it's going to start from up here, okay, and down all the way. Now self.config, you can enter config or configure. That is going to be for my background, and my favorite background, for those of you who know, my favorite background is going to be powdered blue. Let's enter powdered blue, and there. So the next thing I'm going to do now is, so let me use this opportunity anyway just to round it all off. let's say if enter column name equals main, and let's enter, we should have entered column here and another one here, and close that, enter semicolon there, or column, and say equals root, that's root equals tk there, and my application itself, application equals the name of my class up there is called customer, and the customer is going to be right inside the root there. So let's say root dot main loop, there we go. So the main loop in this case, we just loop around back and forth to the program. So this is how I've closed my program. So let me save it now, then we run it. The only thing you guys will see, and do that, the only thing you will see is just a big blue form. So let's go to file, save as. So right in here we enter as follows, that's the name of my file, Python customer billing system. So let's save that. There we go, my product now has a name. Let's run it and see how it's going to look like. We do have an error there. Let's see why. See the spelling of my class. Okay, so that's where the error is. Let's correct that. There we go. So let's run it again. And there we go, just a big blue interface. So close that. Now the next thing I want to do is to define my frames. Okay, to take care of the frame, I'm going to start by giving the following name. I'm just going to call it ABC equals frame, and that's a self dot root, comma, I'm going to go for BG equals my favorite color, and that is going to be powder blue as well. Let's put a comma there, and I'm going to set a border of about 20 and reflect. I'm going to say that equals rigid there. Okay, the next thing I like to do now is ABC dot grid. So that is the frame that will be around the whole system. So if I save and run, let's correct this first. There we go. Okay, save and run. You might not be able to see it, but it's right there. Okay, next thing is I'm going to define another frame. Let me copy this and paste it right underneath here. Just call that ABC1. You can call your frame whatever you like. That's what I want to call mine. Now ABC1 is right inside ABC. Okay, and let's define the width and the height. So supposing we say border equals 14 and width equals 135, comma, height equals, let me go for 300 for now, comma, and get it padded equals about 10, comma, let's get rid of this, so because that's already there, Okay, now define the column. Let's say column or row first. Row equals 0 and column equals 0 as well. I would like it to span, column span, let's make that, I'm going to say 4 for that, and strictly equals W, right? Okay, there's a comma missing here. Let's enter that comma in here as well, and save that and run it and see how it's going to look like for now. There we go. Alright, let's add more frames to it. So I'm just going to copy this, copy, come right down there, paste that, and this is going to be A2, ABC2, and ABC2 is inside ABC1. Okay, as for ABC2, I'm going to change this to 450, and this is and the height is going to be 488, right? So padding and so on remain the same. Okay, what about row is going to be 1 and so let's try it and see. There. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just speed up the whole process. Let's copy this and change it around and get back to you guys shortly. Okay, this is how it all looks now. So if I run it now, this is what you guys will see, right? But I still don't like this upper part of it. Let's change that to 100 and run it again. There we go. This is how the framework looks like now. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to declare some variable, then add some data in there, but it's going to include the date and the title. So what I'm going to do now is close that. The first thing I like to do is let me declare the following variable. So I'm going to call that date1 equals string variable. So there. So the next one is going to be time1 equals, that's just the name of my variable, so you can call yours whatever you want. The choice is yours. There. If you look up here, let's come up to the libraries imported. I've also imported the time, that is the time in there. So what I would now do for the time is I'm going to say, first of all, let's say date1 dot set, so that would be time dot string time, and I'm going to enter as follows. Let's say £sign and backslash %m backslash, and the next one is going to be for the year, that's in uppercase. Close that. So I will repeat exactly the same thing for the time. So I'm going to copy that, paste that there, and as for the time, I'm just going to change this to time1. So that's the variable that I declared earlier on. So let's get it indented properly. So in here, that's going to be h, That's for the hour. I need a minute there. And this one is going to be seconds. Right. Now, the next thing I would like to do is let's get a title on board. Right below the data for the date and time, I'm going to comma that right there. So let's say self dot, let's give it a name, LBL title equals label, and this label we resident right inside ABC1 and comma text. So this text is going to be for the date. So let's say the variable text variable equals date 1. So I'm now calling this very date now in here. So let's add a comma, and for the font it's going to be equals, I'm going to just make that area anyway, area, let's say that's going to be about 30. I can always change it around, and that should be a comma, and this is wrong as well. Let's change this to a, yeah, comma, and let's make it bold, close that up. Right, the next thing is let's get it padded, and that is going to be 9 equals 9. Get rid of that, comma, over border BG equals 5. You can always change that if you guys don't want. You can change that to whatever you want. And BG, this should be B, that's for the border, and this one is for the background color. The background color in this case is going to be candidate blue. Right, close that, and comma. What about the font color itself? I can make that Conslick, right. And what else do we have to do? We'll get that close dot grid, and that's going to be for row equals 0, yeah, and column equals 0 as well. Close that. This should be dot, right. Okay, so all I'm just going to do now is to copy these, copy and paste it for the next one, and another one here. So let's move this up and get it indented as well, front and the indent, yeah, one more, there we go. Okay, and that's fine, but we need to indent this one. All right, okay, here I think there's one bracket, close bracket missing. That's fine. Now for this very one, let's come in here. You see where we have text here. I'm going to change this one, this very one, to text equals as follows. So I'm just going to call that customer whatever, customer billing system. You're going to copy that, come right down here and just paste that in there. There we go. Okay, that's fine. And this very one, I will change this one to time. Now if this is 0, the column, then this column will be 1 and this will be 2 there. Okay, this is to take that off. Okay, so let's separate it so that you guys can see the code. So there we go, and I'm going to now run and save. Let's see how it's going to look like. There we go, guys. You see how that looks? So we have the date, title, and yeah, this is the time. Okay, that's fine. So for now, I'm going to call it the end of the very first part of this tutorial, and I'll see you guys shortly.